What time's Mr. Guest to arrive? At any moment. Maggie, you do like him, don't you? He's very clever.
If I disapprove of him, will you give him up?
Give him up? Oh, you're mocking me again. No, I suppose it is out of keeping that anyone as insignificant as I should ever be mistress of such a great mansion as Park House.
People are not like snails, dear. You're not expected to be large in proportion to the house you live in.
Dear Maggie, you've been such a comfort to me since Mamma died.
You've been a comfort to me.
Until now, I've always been happy. I've never been tried in the way you have. Now then, we'll have no more sadness. I'm putting you under a discipline of pleasure while you're here today. And those clothes. Stand up.
Yes, miss.
I wonder if Marie Antoinette looked as good when her gown was donned at the elbow.
Oh, can you see it?
I can't think what witchery it is in you that makes you look best in old clothes. If I wore that dress, I'd be quite unnoticeable.
Oh, quite. And find yourself swept under the grate like the carpet dust. Can I sit down now, Cinderella?
Well, at least you can let me change your brooch. That one looks silly on you.
Won't this mar the charming effect of my consistent shabbiness?
The question is, does your little brooch suit me?
If Mr. Guest should see you with that trinket on, he'd be obliged to leave the room again.
I'll have a fit of vapours.
I think I shall wear something else, Maggie, dear. I shan't be a moment.
You must teach me to row, Stephen.
Tiny hands could never hold these oars, Lucy.
No excuses now. I shall not be satisfied until I can row you and Maggie all the way to Dorset Mill and back.
Oh, Lucy, even Tom was never able to do that.
Maggie can row, Stephen.
Oh, yes, Tom taught me years ago.
Well, the river suits your temperament, Miss Tulliver.
Whatever can you mean?
Oh, it's all part of Miss Tulliver's general uncanniness, I suppose. That ever-changing quality of witchcraft and water.
Then you should liken the river to all of human nature, Mr. Guest. We all change.
Certainly. Well, the Floss is as full of unbridled passions as any person. But take care, this wood is treacherous when wet.
Thank you. Thank you. Stephen has a splendid voice, hasn't he? Maggie? Certain strains of music do affect me so. I can never hear them without changing my whole attitude of mind for a time. I wish I could always have plenty of music in my life.
You really did enjoy yourself tonight.
Yes.
Tell me truly what you think of Stephen. Good and bad.
I think he should tremble more.
Tremble?
I think you should humiliate him a little. A lover should never be so self-confident.
You think he's conceited?
Yes.
But you don't dislike him.
How could I dislike anyone who promised to make you happy?
When you next come, Stephen has promised to bring Philip Wakem with him. He has such a nice voice.
Well, but Lucy, I couldn't see him.
Why ever not?
Not without Tom's leave. I promised him I wouldn't see Philip without first asking permission.
I had no idea Tom was such a tyrant. I shall speak to him about it.
Oh, no, please don't.
But I've never heard of anything so strange and unreasonable. I can understand Tom's being bitter about Mr. Wakem, but what is he against poor Philip?
Philip is in love with me.
Maggie! How lovely! Oh, I'm terribly fond of Philip. Stephen and I have been to visit him once or twice lately, and he's looked so sad. I thought he was morbid about his deformity, and now I realise he was pining for you. Maggie? Does it upset you if I talk about Philip?
Oh, Lucy, you are so dear to me. Let's always be such good friends.
What a strange creature you are. Of course we should always be friends.
I hope so.
What would you say if I asked your Aunt Tulliver to come and live with us? She could manage our house very well, I think. Much better than a stranger would. And it'd give you more time to be with young Stephen.
I think it's a splendid idea, Papa. Well, Aunt Bessie would be terribly lonely on her own.
And Maggie might come with her, if she wished, as company for you.
But someone must look after poor Tom.
Tom is quite able to look after himself.